What's good, y'all? It's the one and only Nappy Head Fred coming back to y'all with another album review. Today, if you haven't already read the title, we are going to be reviewing MF Doom, Food. This is MF Doom's fifth studio album released November 16th, 2004 under Rhyme Sayers Records. So, let's just hop into it.
Beef rap can lead to getting teeth capped or even a reef from armed dudes on some grief crap.
First song we have on this album is Beef Rap. I thought this song was an amazing start to the album. It has a little cinematic thing going on at the beginning of the intro of the song, but once you get into the actual song, you definitely get the meaning behind rap beef. Actually, I meant to say beef rap. I don't know why I said rap beef, but getting on to the production, I feel like the production was well creative. I love the sampling of kind of that, I don't remember what part, but reading the comments, it's like from a Spider-Man TV show or a Spider-Man movie in general from back in the day. So I like the sampling he used in the background of that, and just the overall beat type I thought was really dope too. So in terms of the production, I feel like it's very creative, amazing samples, and overall just really a nice touch that I wouldn't have expected throughout the album. But getting into the lyrics, by no means necessary, he was spitting. I love his wordplay on here. Obviously his double entendres were really impressive on here. I definitely like his rhyme schemes, how he kind of just put certain words together that I feel like many people try to use today that sounds cringe, but when he uses it, it sounds so good for some reason. I don't know why. But I just think this song overall was very dope. It's really all about the lyrics when we're talking about this particular song, so definitely a thumbs up for amazing intro so far.
Super. I got this girl and she wants me to duke her. I told her I'll come scoop her around 8. She said, Super. That sounds great, shorty girl.
Next song we got on here is Hoe Cakes. I thought this song was definitely very good. I like the context he has within this song. I wouldn't say storytelling because I feel like that's too obvious, but context wise it's definitely very important. But I feel like when we talk about the production, I like the rawness of the production, of just it sounding very clear and very uncut kind of production. I really find that very dope, and obviously the sample of Super in the background, the lady saying Super, I thought that was a really nice touch. And overall the sound of it, I feel like it's kind of just melodic or something you would hear off of a video game from back in the day. It just sounds just like a very well done production. It's not the highest quality, but I feel like for underground it's as high as it can get. But now talking about the lyrics, I feel like the lyrics were definitely very dope on here. Obviously, I feel like the title is very self-explanatory, talking about different, women that do various things, that got a lot of things going on, that just run around and get all these dudes. I think y'all get the idea of the context of it, but I feel like his wordplay was definitely amazing. He had a steady flow throughout this song that I really enjoyed. And overall, I feel like he killed it. I don't know what else to say, but obviously it is one of the more popular songs on this album, if not the most popular song in his catalog. So it's definitely going to get praised for me, and probably should be you too.
I strive to be humble, lest I stumble. Never sold a jumbo or cop chicken wings with mumbo sauce. Tyson is a foul hollow.
Next song we got on here is Potholders featuring Count Bass D. Easily one of my favorite songs throughout the album, and I'll pretty much tell y'all why. I feel like when we start off with the production, I love the production. The sampling was amazing. The beat type was really good, and it just sounds kind of like that awkward kind of sound, but it blends in so well that it's very enjoyable. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But getting into the lyrics though, I feel like the lyrics were definitely dope by both MF Doom and Count Bass D. Sorry, I almost forgot his name. Him starting off the album was amazing, or not the album, but this particular song was amazing. I enjoyed his verse a lot. He had a really steady pace, amazing wordplay. good double entendres that he had, but obviously MF Doom had a very good verse too, and you know, it wasn't to a point where MF Doom was trying to out rap Count Bass D, but I feel like they were on the same level, which was good. Like, make a good leveled song, don't make it too competitive, but I feel like both of their verses were very, very good. I really can't think of one bad thing to say to this song. Very underrated song within this album.
Only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on the label.
Next song we got on here is One Beer. Obviously the most popular song on this album, if honestly not the most popular song in MF Doom's catalog. Like, I literally hear this all over TikTok, YouTube Shorts, I mean, you name it, it's everywhere. But getting into the production, very, very well put together. I love the drums on here. It adds a really nice touch, and the overall sound of the sampling is amazing. But I feel like the best part is obviously his lyrics, which we're gonna get into. Obviously, lyrics were very, very dope. I love the wordplay on here. I'm probably gonna say I love the wordplay and the double entendres on here a lot, but like, he has such a way of like rhyming, but then having those double entendres that you have to go back to later on and be like, man, I can't believe I missed that. So, and not only that, I kind of just want to put this out there. You can hear the influence that Tyler and even Earl the Sweatshirt literally had within either, I don't know if it's particularly this song, but just this whole album. You could just hear the influence, and I love it. I really do. So overall, I would say a very good song. A song that I could go back to quite often, and very popularized for good reasons.
As you call them, they call you when they need something. Trees for the blunt, to G's for the front. I found a way to get peace of mind.
Next song we got on here is Deep Fried Friends. I think this song is very, very important. Not to say the other songs weren't. I'm not saying that at all. But in terms of understanding this song from a personal standpoint, I feel like that's the reason why. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I do want to start off with the production. I feel like the production with the sampling is very iconic. I feel like that sampling everybody knows, but when he puts it into a rap song, the sound overall is very unique and very creative. I also like the beat type of this. I thought that was really nice touch. But overall, the production is very acceptable. I definitely enjoy the production a lot. But getting into the lyrics and as far as the storytelling and context-wise, I definitely enjoyed a lot, because he's basically telling us what friends means to him and how he's describing that. I feel like it's very relatable to people like me, because usually you call a lot of people your friends not knowing what kind of friend they could really be. And he's basically saying within the song, don't use calling people friends too loosely, because a lot of people will backstab you, a lot of people will lie to you, a lot of people will just straight up just play in your face. And he's basically describing that in the best way possible. I feel like a song like this is very important in today's generation, because we do kind of run around talking about this is my friend, but at the end of the day, most of these people really aren't your friends. There's really only two people in a whole group that you could truly, truly rely on. And I feel like the way he was breaking down different friends levels in terms of leaving somebody with your girl or trusting somebody with your car, like just situations like that, I feel like it's very impactful and definitely a learning lesson. So I feel like out of all the songs, I definitely really enjoyed this song a lot. Definitely very underrated compared to a lot of the more popular songs on here, and definitely needs to get listened to more.
Darker than the East River, larger than the Empire State, where the beast who guard the barbed wire gate is on the job, not my fate. Tired.
Next song we got on here is Con Crane. Definitely a very, very just amazing song. Also very underrated. I don't know why this song does not have more views than it has, but I'ma pretty much break it down to y'all like this. The production is amazing. I love the Sade sample in the background. The piano sounds is such a nice touch with a slight beat type. It isn't too loud, but I feel like it's definitely there when you hear it. But big ups to the production, man. I can't hate on this. Like the production is very creative and very good quality, even for an underground record. But getting into the lyrics, I feel like the lyrics are very touching, especially from a storytelling aspect. It does kind of have some relatability in some way, and just his the way he puts lyrics together in such a calming factor, I feel like it's very dope. And it's a very settled song. It's not nothing too out there, but it's a very chill song that I feel like you could just play on a regular day and not really get distracted by it, you know? So overall, definitely one of the better songs on the album. Like I said, another underrated song, and man, really dope, man.
Shaitan never came so ill, he got skill. Met a brother from the grill that gave my spine chills. All 30.
Next song we got on here is Genuise. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Featuring Starry, and Four Eyes. Gosh, these names are so crazy, but let's hop into it. When we start off with the production, I like the production honestly a lot. I like the little piano keys in the background. The sound overall is very just, it sounds like something from maybe the 60s in a way, and just the beat type I think was honestly pretty good as well. Honestly can't even be mad at the production. The production is very well put together. I feel like when we talk about the lyrics though, I feel like everybody did their part very well. This is kind of like one of those songs that are kind of slept under the rug because it maybe isn't as good as the other songs within this album. But I feel like as a standalone song, it definitely still holds up very strong compared to a lot of other songs on this album. So I still enjoy it. I think it's still a really good song in general, and will I say it's underrated? In a way, yes, but like, it's a toss-up, if you will.
Give it a sec for the pain to start. This wreck right here, it ain't for the faint of heart. They thought they saw the worst verse from the
Next song we got on here is Con Queso. Another amazing song on this album. Why am I not surprised? But the production is very well put together. I like how it has kind of that weary kind of sound. It sounds like a beat that I feel like P. Diddy would have made, which I know to bring his name up is kind of crazy, but it just has that kind of like, you know, smooth, jazzy kind of sound to it that I feel like is very dance-oriented, if you will. But I feel like the production was solid. If I had to rate it amongst every other production, this is the worst. But it's not the worst by like far. I just don't think it really blends in with the album as well as I think the other songs do. But getting into the lyrics, I feel like his lyrical ability is insane on this particular song. The way he's able to just rhyme certain Spanish words with certain English words, I thought was very creative and very unique. I thought his double entendres were amazing on here. Like I said, he just has a way to put words together that I feel like not a lot of other rappers are able to do. And I mean, this dude is amazing. I don't know how else to put it, but I think this song was cool. It's not the worst song on this album, but you know, it's a pretty cool song overall.
Rap snitches, telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here.
Next song we got on here is Rap Snitchies featuring Mr. Fantastic. I thought this was a pretty unique and dope collab because obviously MF Doom being Dr. Doom and Mr. Fantastic being Mr. Fantastic off of the Fantastic Four. I thought it was a really just nice blend overall. But I feel like when we get into the production, a very jazzy, kind of dance-oriented kind of sound that I will repeat again, I feel like Diddy would be able to make around that time. But I feel like it just has a unique kind of feel-good kind of sound to it, and I feel like the beat type is pretty decent. Overall, I feel like the production is pretty good. When we get into the lyrics, though, I feel like they both did very well. Mr. Fantastic definitely caught me by surprise because I had never heard of him before, but I think his verse was honestly very, very good. I feel like he was able to flow through the track very, very well, and especially when MF Doom came on the scene, I feel like his verse was definitely very solid as well. And overall, I feel like a very safe and acceptable song to just listen to. So in terms of it being underrated, it's far from that. It's definitely very out there. It's one of the more popular songs within the album, and I feel like it's a very, very good song overall.
Real rhymes, not your everyday hologram. Even when ribs was touching, never swallowed the ham. He'd rather eat a sandwich salad.
Next song we got on here is Vomit Spit. Obviously not the most easy thing to say, because obviously vomit spit would be disgusting, but let's break it down. When we talk about the production, oh my goodness, he never fails. I don't know how he does it, but the production is amazing. The sampling is really, really good. I love the creative just sound in the background. The beat type is very well blended in. The production as a whole is just amazing. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, the production is at an all-time creative just list. But when you talk about the lyrics, I just love how he's able to just keep up with the flow. He has no crazy cadence within this one, but I feel like he's able to have amazing wordplay, a crazy double entendres, good syllable rhyming that really went over my head. He does something that I genuinely just feel like is a one-of-a-kind act. And this song, to me, is very, very, very underrated. I don't know why this song has not got enough attention, but hopefully I put y'all on with this.
It's horrible, one little evening alone home, end up with carpal tunnel syndrome. And here I am, known for giving heavy backaches.
The last song we have on this album is Cookies. For the last song, this was definitely an amazing song to end off the album, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Getting into the production, finally we don't really have the craziest production on here. I feel like the production really had that dark humor kind of thing going on, so it wasn't nothing too crazy, but I feel like the beat type and the drums were honestly pretty decent. But I would say the sound of the production wasn't nothing special. It was just okay, but I feel like it's acceptable for the most part. But getting into the lyrics, I feel like his cadence was definitely really good on here. His flow was amazing. Different rhyme schemes he was able to have was very, very impressive, especially the double entendres. And just the wordplay syllables, I feel like were definitely very amazing. For a song to be 4 minutes, you're in for a lyrical, like, I wouldn't say brain damage, but you really have to just pay attention to what he's saying within this song. So for the last song, definitely an amazing song to end off the album. Now we are at my favorite part of the video, breaking down the album with 6 credentials. And if y'all don't know the 6 credentials, just look at my past album reviews. Then y'all know, okay, these are the 6 credentials, and I'm gonna break it down right now. First, we start off with is production. Amazing production, amazing sampling. I love the beat types. I love just the overall sounds of it. If I'm being honest, there isn't one production that I necessarily hate on this song, or not this song, but really this whole album. It's such a raw cut production that it's very impressive to me, because this is an underground record, and for an underground record to have such good production, it's like, how? You know what I mean? So right off the rip, this is a 10 out of 10, and I dare anybody to tell me it's lesser than that. Next up we got is features. I feel like the features were honestly very dope on here, and I think the most important part that I would add in there, that MF Doom never hopped on any of these songs with features and just said, you know what, I'm gonna out-rap these dudes. If anything, he stayed on par with the dudes that were featured into the song, and that's what I like the most. Make it a beautiful song. Don't make it really competitive. Not to say I don't like competitive, but like, I feel like a more standard song where you're on the same level, I feel like it's more acceptable than a song where another person is killing another person on a particular song. So the features were amazing. They weren't features that I've heard of before this album, but to hear them, it definitely makes me want to, research them a lot more. So I'm giving the features a 10 out of 10. Next up we got is rap performance, 10. I'm not even gonna really explain. Well, okay, I'm gonna explain why his rap performance is a 10, but like, do I really need to? I feel like I explained it through the. Okay, I gotta start that over. Next up we got is rap performance, and yeah, this is a 10. I'm hesitating to think if I even want to explain why this is a 10. I mean, one of the greatest lyricists, one of the greatest double entendre rappers probably I ever heard in a while. Lyricism is crazy. I don't think I need to explain to y'all. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Next up we got is context. I feel like context wise was definitely very, very good. I feel like the way he was able to explain different real life situations that people go through, I feel like it's very important, and I feel like that carries up to my generation. And I feel like MF Doom is obviously ahead of its time. I don't think there's no other rapper like him when it comes to making a good context album that you don't get bored of. And I feel like that to me was the most important part about the context. I can't really say nothing bad about the context at all. So I'm also giving that a 10 out of 10. Next up we got is creativity. I feel like this was very important within the album because if you look at the titles of each song, it's describing a food, which he flips around and makes it a double entendre. Like I said, see, like these double entendres kind of fly over people's head, and it's just like, dude, how does he do it? And I feel like creativity within his alter ego is definitely very important to put in there as well. When we talk about the production, very creativity. When we talk about the sounds he used, very creative. Oh man, I'm losing my breath even thinking of every creativity within this album, and it's definitely just up there. And I'm also, without a doubt, giving this a 10 out of 10 as well. And last but not least, we got album cover. Probably, like I said before, and I'll say it again, the most appealing part about an album is the album cover, and it brings that. I love the comic book kind of picture that he was able to create. Obviously him eating food that he would see particularly in a picnic, I thought was very dope. The album cover just brings something out of it that makes it look really cool, and I feel like if I was to walk into a vinyl store and out of all albums I see this album, that's the album I'm grabbing to buy immediately right away. So album cover is definitely a 10 out of 10, and I would argue low-key a top 10 album cover in hip-hop. Now, with all that being said, the album as a whole, especially with me giving everything a 10 out of 10 as far as credentials, the album to me is a 10 out of 10. That will conclude today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, like, subscribe, and comment down below what other albums y'all want me to do. Also, click the link down in my description for all my social medias. But yeah, I'll catch y'all next time.